Good to see you.
Say last goodbyes.
Stable orbit achieved. We can stay here forever. Well, for what?
Imagine outside across the field.
Whatever you want. I bet your whole house is full of mirrors.
You're on the wanted list. Halt and prepare to be boarded or we will be forced to open fire. Hostile ship in orbit. Deadly force is authorized. I'm going!
They grabbed my arm.
Target's jump drive is down. Hey,
Fair enough. We have something in
Red
mind
Iron is back on the best footing with each other right now.
Something you need?
Here to talk? Welcome back.
I like to think of myself as your emotional support.
Yeah? I should start charging for my services. Talk to you later.
Hey, how are you?
Hello again.
Neon. Waters and beautiful sunsets. But I can't think of any town that's more stressful. Reusion, Infinity Ltd. And there you were, navigating corporate bureaucracy like a professional. Neon does that to folks. They show up thinking it'll be one way, get addicted to this and that. It's designed to reel in more than just the fish. Look, I know Neon is going to be Neon no matter what any of us do about it. But you just let them keep working on that neural amp tech? Really? Oh, don't you dare. Science is a method, a tool for understanding why things are the way they are. What they are doing is driven by corruption, greed, and cruelty, not knowledge. Science doesn't exist to control people. That's like saying cooking exists to poison people. That's asinine. But if the bottom line is money, then this isn't going to benefit them. It'll be used to dominate them. Sure, there are benefits. The medical potential alone is mind-boggling. But if they are the hands holding this technology, do you really think anybody will ever benefit? Just the ones who can pay. And it won't be cheap. I understand wanting to hope for the best, but you can't believe everything in a sales pitch. Anyway, not that I care a ton about the internal politics of some ethically dubious megacorp, but you gotta explain Ularu Chen. She's got a vision, but she will burn everyone to get there. What does it matter what the vision is if you never look up? Anyway, you didn't happen to pick up any investment tips while you were in there? Just kidding. I don't even want to know. Sorry, I was lost in a memory for a moment there. Yeah, I do. How did you know? Lay it on me. Oh, I'm... Okay.
Good day, Captain. Can I help? You've got something for me? Maybe another time.
Need a hand? You're looking well.
Hey, you need something?
I suppose now you can add climbing the corporate ladder to your list of accomplishments. I must ask, though, are you not at all concerned with where future neuroamp research might lead? That seems like quite a pessimistic outlook. Yes, but does that make it morally acceptable to be the one driving its development? Nothing is so immutable. That seems a poor excuse. And what happens when Ryujin falls prey to the same tactics it has employed and loses control of this technology? Well, that makes your position as clear as it can be. I did not expect to be disappointed by this conversation, and yet here I am. Clearly there is nothing more to say.
What did you need?
Ah, thank you for reminding me. You do not need to ask me if you may ask. You may just ask.
Ah, yes, we are done.
Looking well, my friend. Very good to see you.
I'm listening. I'm glad you're back.
Switching me out for the big boss, huh? I see how it is.
Well, of course. How else do you expect anything to be done correctly? Oh, this world's seen better days. I wonder if it's always looked like this.
Another deserted Helium-3 facility. Must have been abandoned when this rock went...
Get out. Now. You got one chance to back off. Now.
Don't let him get away!
I don't know if our instrumentation is rated for long-term exposure to this level of cold.
Now, here we go.
Well, I suppose they're not going to need it anymore. Big mistake.
You picked the wrong... Ah!
Looks like an alternate entrance to the Helium-3 facility. I wonder what that generator is for.
Time to die.
there was a good reason that was locked. All that junk you're hauling is seriously slowing you down. off when you are, Captain.
Well, if it isn't my favorite walking paycheck.
You zig, I zig. You zag, I zag. I am your sidekick, your shadow, your tail.
Say your last goodbyes.
Hey there,
Orbit
Brent.
locked.
If you need any ship parts, feel free to answer the hail.
Just look at that view.
I'm doing an oral history of Constellation's most decorated members.
Thanks for answering.
It's just
So,
me repeating
a
your
little
name
context.
into a
My
data
partner and I
slate
are
for
celebrating
5
our 10-year
hours.
anniversary. We met over a hail, just like this one. I was in need of ship parts, and my husband, saint that he is, offered to help. And to commemorate the event, we're inviting random passersby on board. Great. See you soon.
Docking complete.
If you're overloaded, we should stop and prioritize what we're carrying.
You gave away too many supplies last time. You've got to save some for the rest of the trip. My partner and I met out in space, but I eventually grew tired of it. You always rush in. You need to stop and let things breathe. I'm a little wary of letting strangers on board, but so far we haven't run into any bad people. We're traveling across the settled systems, reliving the year we met, and meeting new friends along the way. Are you sure the coordinates
Here's your ship
are
parts as Here's your ship parts as promised. Of course, I have every location written down in my slate.
But you're the king of typos. For all we know, this ship is going to grav jump us into the nearest sun.
At least it'll be warm.
I can't believe it's been 10 years. Sweet man, you remember how it started?
I remember being so grateful I offered to give you my ship.
I just realized my partner named our houseplants after all the planets we visited our first year together. I would have felt bad taking it. You were in dire straits.
That's when I knew you were good people. Anyone else would have had me barfing up creds.
Ship's detached. We're clear.
People say I need more hobbies. Writing about you, thinking about you.
Another dead rock. At least we can scour the place for materials.
I am currently engaged in the completion of my assigned task. Please do not interfere.
I'm ready to head out again when you are.
push some G's.
We're an I hear Constellation has been collecting a ton of new things.
Just to be clear, that's not lemonade. No lemons, sugar, heck, anything on board. I hope you like orange juice. They grow up so fast. Soon, she'll be too old for this. So you gotta enjoy it while you can. Well, I have to go. Say goodbye, honey.
Bye-bye. Come back. And bring more money.
There are a ton of distractions in Neon, so I expect you to be on your best behavior here. Well, with all signs pointing to the Astral Lounge, I suppose we should pay it a visit, purely for exploratory purposes. If Benjamin Bay's ego was as combustible as helium-3, he'd be able to provide enough fuel to power every ship in the settled systems.
If we don't have it, save it for someone who gives a damn.
If it's too hot to handle, we can take it off your hands. We need to move some merch. Now we're getting some.
Don't need it. Not interested.
I have something I need to discuss with you.
Make sure you...
Remember our last conversation when you told me the artifacts made your mind and body feel out of sync? Well, it got me thinking. So I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's older journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described doesn't mean the same might have been true for my predecessor. Really? I'm surprised that I haven't. After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just started flooding back. Oh yes, absolutely. I didn't mean to compare. Those were just... oh, I don't know. Different times. Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege. Hey, so I pinched a few ideas from my old boss. Can you blame me? At any rate, we logged quite a few discoveries together, but it was the actual journey that I cherished the most. Really? Well, for me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend while listening to Aja spin vivid stories to fill the time. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get to know someone. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I miss her dearly. I respected her, and I considered her a dear friend, but we weren't in love. Had that been true, I would have resigned my post and moved to Parima 2 instead of remaining at Constellation. Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and I could make proper introductions. Well, I don't expect you to be a carbon copy of Aja. Just be yourself. You see, it's clear that we share the same hunger to discover what's out there, and that... well, that's what intrigues me about you. I don't know if I deserve to be that close to anyone right now. If you knew about the things that I've done, the way my life's unfolded, I think your opinion of me might change. Please, give me some time. I have to go. Something you need? Bye for now.
away from the Sixth Circle unless you're reminded.
Open the bar.
I hope what I'm asking for is not too difficult for you. But... you're so good at what you do. I'm not worried. You and me, friendo. Take a look. Hey, I hope it wasn't too much trouble. Let me take a look. Wonderful. This is exactly what I needed. A little spit shine and these will look good as new. If you ever want to do another run for me, I can always use more stock. Hey, you buy from... Yes, please. More equipment is always good. And eliminating dangerous renegades is a good one. Then I will get you the location of these people and...
What can I help you with?
Always nice to kick back at the... Welcome to Don't Stay Outside for Too Long here on Titan. You will freeze salad without the proper
Hi there. Always nice seeing a new face. Interesting. The last thing I expected to stumble across at this type of settlement is a museum. Might be worth a look around.
It's been a while. I can't believe the chunks here ran out of special sauce again. It sounded like that Luther guy would pay someone to get it for him.
You don't want to get hurt. Damn Power's on the fritz again. Joyce always seems to need help clearing ice off the equipment. We take vandalism seriously here. You don't mess with history.
We used to get more tourists than we do these days.
heard about lots of other planets out there. Some of them sound pretty scary.
I could really go for...
Hello? I'm not really supposed to talk with tourists, but I kind of want to anyway. And I don't think my papa is paying attention. You're not going to tell him, are you? Oh, thank you! I promise it'll be fun. I like talking to tourists. I get to learn so much about everywhere else, and they get to learn about here. Now what should we talk about? Not really. There's some, though. Most are around my age. We all go to school in the same room. We mostly learn... That's when we get to... My mama said... But I keep telling... He doesn't believe... I think it's... They say we all... Someday... Thanks for taking the time to talk with me.
Off-worlders always ask how I can live here.
Hello. Don't mind me. I love talking with off-worlders like you. Ah, someone new. Are you a tourist, or have you just moved to New Homestead? Well, there's lots to learn. You can always feel free to try one of the historical tours, or ask the locals about life here. I'm fascinated by the other worlds in the settled systems. Do you mind if I ask you a question? Oh, wonderful. What's New Atlantis like? Oh my, that sounds incredible. Ever since I overheard one of the tourists speaking about it, I've always wanted to go. We hear about it, of course, but we rarely get much exposure to other worlds beyond the people who come from them to visit our little colony. I wonder if I can convince Nathaniel to go on a trip there with me and our daughter. Do you mind if I ask you another question? Thanks. I promise not to take too much of your time. Is the Freestar Collective as lawless as I've heard? Really? That sounds nice, but what happens if there's a dispute? Who settles it? Do people really just take the law into their own hands at that point? Can people be trusted to do the right thing? Gosh, I'm sorry, you don't need to answer all of that. I'm just so fascinated by it all. Is it okay if I change the subject? Oh, thank you. Are there really planets full of plants, fresh air, and water? I've read about them. It seems incredible, doesn't it? I've only ever known Titan, and it's always so cold and drab. I've always dreamed of visiting one to breathe the air, feel the warmth of its sun, but my husband is reluctant to leave our home. Can I ask you something else? Thanks. Is space... Well, you've convinced me that I simply must go sometime. Most of us here have never left the surface of New Homestead. It's a point of pride among many people, but I've always been curious. Those are all the questions I have at the moment. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day for me. Thanks again for taking the time to answer questions for me.
I overheard you speaking to my wife, Mara, filling her head with ideas about picking up and leaving home. You got anything to say for yourself? Listen here. Mara's free to make her own decisions. I'm not here to control her if that's what you're insinuating. But that doesn't mean I take kindly to other people manipulating her and telling her the other worlds are full of sunshine and rainbows. We live a simple traditional life here, and it's important to the community that we maintain that. Do you understand? Good. I know it's not easy for you types, but this is our home. I'm glad you found it in you to respect that. I overheard you speaking to my wife, Mara, filling her head with ideas about pick. You got anything to say? That's what I thought. I don't expect you... It's not. I'm sure you didn't mean it. I overheard you speaking to my... You got anything to say? Listen here. But that doesn't mean We live a simple... Did you? Now you might want to...
I always wonder what it's like where other people come from. My papa doesn't really like. Bye!
It's so cold here. I guess I should have expected that. I'm learning so much here.
It's full of old Earth artifacts. Cool up.
I still can't believe people actually live like this.
Hello there. Welcome to the new Homestead Chunks. We've got all your Chunks favorites. Well, almost all of them. Sadly, we're out of the special sauce. I know. But everything else is still that great Chunks food you know and love. So, what can I do for you? Sure. What delicious Chunks food can I get for you? If I'm completely honest, it is. And people are always saying how this Chunks can't compare to the real deal. And I just know it's because we never had that mouth-watering sauce. I've been in contact with some of the other restaurants out there, and they'll give me some. But they say they can't afford to send it, and I don't have a ship, so what am I to do? Wait, for real? You do that. You're not pulling my leg. Oh, yeah, right. I actually just got a message back from another Chunks before you got here, and they got a case ready to go for me. Just tell them you're there to pick it up for me, and it should be good to go. Thanks. Welcome to Chunks. We got... Oh, yeah. Just head to that. You want to talk to who... but seriously, I think corporate... Here. You know what? Have a great day.
The Chunks family is happy to see you and to serve you.
Ah, to lay eyes on the Earth just once. Hello there. Are you here to peruse our little museum exhibit? Wonderful. These are all rare artifacts from before the collapse of Earth. There isn't much of this stuff left outside of private collections, but here we're happy to share a glimpse of them with the public. If you have any questions about the exhibit or New Homestead, I'm happy to answer as best as I can. Of course, we have most of although when our early colonists learned of Earth's demise, they decided to take on the names of their cities of origin as a way to remember their heritage. Now, some may have been lost in translation over the years, and some may have taken it more seriously than others, but the names are mostly accurate. For instance, my family comes from the city of Lyon, in a country that was called France. Sure, they fought because a terrible, even the... Why, sir, their reign, whatever it was, it nearly wiped out most of the life at that time. Along they called it. Well, it's the hope when that. Then, thanks for visiting.
Did you see those wind turbines out there? Wow. I can't imagine living here. These people sure are hardy.
This is a boring assignment, but let's keep it that way.
Boy, am I glad they have a junks here.
Careful. There are some dangerous areas around here that are not part of any tours.
It's one thing to... Word of advice, steer clear of the doctor here. She really seems to have a problem with tourists for some reason.
I'm learning so much here. Everyone should visit at least once in their life.
Here. I guess I should have expected that.
Ice mining operations are unusual, but if they're run properly, they can prove to be quite lucrative.
Sure would be nice to get off world sometime.
That tour guide, lots of history here. If you're into that sort of thing.
Did you see those wind turbines out there?
Those folks, it's a little weird that people come here to see early colony life was like.
Welcome. I'm Anya. Is this your first time with us at the Brown Horse Tavern? Okay. Really? I know all my regulars, and I'm pretty sure you're not one of them. It's okay. There's nothing to be embarrassed about if you've never been here before. We've got an assortment of food and drinks, some of which follow homemade recipes that have been passed down over hundreds of years. So, what can I do for you? Let me show you what we have. You mean, there's a lot of... My great-great back then? The locals pretty much... Only the tour. He manages the... So long. Tell your friends about us.
I don't mind the tourists. They help the local economy.
How about those brownouts last week?
I know. I'm just glad. Years back where everyone had to huddle together for warmth.
Oh, the tourists hated that.
Did you know the museum here is
Joyce
full
says
of
she's
old
on it.
Earth artifacts?
Something about the
Cool, huh?
turbines freezing up again.
Joyce is great at what she does. I'm sure she'll handle it.
Feel free to look around, but don't touch.
Lots of history here.
Hi there.
If you're into that
Always
sort of
nice
thing.
seeing a new face.
The people here live a simple life. Try not to complicate it.
Another tourist come to learn about the ice mines, huh? It's dangerous in the ice mines. I'd much rather answer your questions than have you going off to explore on your own. I'm surprised that Titan is also. You can also. Ah, so if I might add. I see, a generalist then. I imagine it takes a lot of experience to know how to mine so many different things. My job must seem very simple to you. Anyway, I'm for drinking water. Be recycled. For one, new home. But we don't mind. Fine.
Sure, you get used to the methane processing smell after a while.
Off-worlders, we used to get more tourists than we do these days.
It's one thing to learn about early colony life.
This exchange program.
Hey, got any fancy trinkets you want to offload? Well, hello there, and welcome to my little shop. Are you visiting New Homestead for the first time? Oh, nice. You know, it's always such a pleasure to meet people from other worlds. Or just space. I don't judge. I'm Jay. I'm happy to help you find what you're looking to buy or take a look at whatever you want to sell. Trades of all kinds are welcome here. Or if you have any questions for me about the shop, the merchandise, or even just New Homestead in general, I'm happy to help you. Glad you asked. I'm looking for all sorts of things. Anything, really. Clothing, weapons, jewelry, even stuff they consider junk. You name it. We don't get a lot of off-world stock, so I offer to buy things from travelers. Anything they're willing to part with. Between you and me, people around here talk a lot about tradition and whatnot, but even they get curious about what other worlds have to offer. I love them. Some are indifferent, but that being said, we used to, but we don't really have them. Only thing we... Tell you what, I've got... Sure thing. I'm all... Come back anytime.
I'll treat you if you need it, but please try to be... I don't. They make a mockery of New Homestead culture. And on top of it, they're reckless. It's like I said before, I feel like I'm treating them more often than our own people. Actually, maybe there is. I have an idea that may be best suited for someone relatively unknown, instead of myself. I've got a mountain of work and a reputation to maintain. So I bought a realistic monster costume. The plan was to wear it, scare tourists away, and start a rumor about terrible creatures living on Titan. I figure that once word gets around, tourism will take enough of a dive to give me some relief. Oh, good. I was hoping not to have to do it myself, so I'm glad to have a volunteer. Here's the costume. I think this will work best on the surface, so just find a group and run up to them, acting like a convincing alien monster. With any luck, they'll run screaming and book the next flight out of here. Did you scare off those tourists yet? Oh, I'd like you to put... I've got some... I bought it from a private seller. I guess it was supposed to... But I guess that one... It's a hard... There's no breathable air. New Homestead wasn't... Don't worry so much. Just a sec. What's going on here? Stay safe.
Do you have a spaceship? I want to get a spaceship when I'm older. They're so cool. Ah! I just have so much energy. I want to run around. That's way more awesome than it is here.
Those folks in Sidonia may be closer to Earth.
They help the local
we do
economy.
a better job preserving its traditions.
I could read. Hi there. Always nice seeing a new face.
Lots of history here, if you're into that sort of thing.
I don't mind the tourists. They help the local economy.
Off-worlders, we used to get more tourists than we do these days. It's a little weird that people come here to see what early colony life was like. To me, it's just how we live.
Some say New Homestead is a backwoods world. Maybe it is, but that doesn't really bother me. Oh, you don't really want to talk to me. I'm just a nobody from the crates. Besides, I'm not really good at talking to tourists about New Homestead. If you're really interested in our history, talk to Maurice. He's a lot better at that than I am. You do? I mean, sure. I don't know what I can tell you, but if you want to talk, I don't have anything else I need to do right now. Okay, well, no, but I keep having to take... What? Really? I don't know what to say. This is beyond kind of you. I mean, I don't even know you, but... Wow, thank you.
I'm pleased that you realize the importance of a decent education.
Time to go? Thanks again for what you did for... Well, but I also do sometimes. The crates, they're comfort. It's not as bad because... Thanks for stopping by to talk.
Those folks in Sidonia may be close. You get used to the method. I could really go for some of Anya's cooking over the brown horse.
Carrying enough clutter there, or should we find some more?
Lots to learn at the United Colony's premier living history exhibit. If you need a guide, I'm your guy. Why, hello there! I'm Bill Starsap of Starsap Tours. Let me tell you, this place is full of history and interesting facts. For instance, did you know that New Homestead was one of the first colonies established outside of Earth? It's been populated in some capacity for over 200 years. Yes, sirree, and that's not science fiction, it's science fact. There's a lot more history where that came from. So what do you say? I've got an opening. I could take you on a tour right now if you'd like. Excellent! You won't regret it. My tours are one of a kind. Now, there's just the matter of price. The going rate for a genuine Starsap tour is only 100 credits. Great! Let's get this show on the road, eh? All right, so this is New Homestead's main concourse. This underground area didn't exist when the original outpost, Titan Astrobase, was finished in 2130. Follow me. We'll come back here by the end of the tour and talk about the museum collection. But first, let's go see where people live. Now remember, these people aren't actors. They actually live here, so try to be respectful of that. While the original inhabitants of the Titan Astrobase lived in pods like you saw up above, they transitioned down here when this section of the base was finished in 2144. Space is extremely limited, so you'll notice some overflow here, but more residences also exist on lower levels, which are inaccessible to tours. I'll stop at each of our destinations if you want to look around, or if you have any questions for me. Have any questions so far? Alrighty, we'll be taking the residential elevator to the farms area on the surface level. This way, please. Let's leave these good people alone for now. Go check out the farms. Follow me up the elevator.
Hello.
Homestead's farms are the beating heart of the colony. Without them, the original outpost would have shriveled and died. These pods are sealed and climate controlled. The environment growing the hydroponic vegetation needed for survival in the early days of the colony.
Sure would be nice to get off-world sometime.
Any questions about the farms? Onward it is! We'll be stopping by the Brown Horse Tavern later in the tour, which uses many of these locally sourced ingredients in their cooking. But for now, it's just a short way to our next stop. Follow me! So, the old biolabs are just on the other side of this building, believe it or not. We'll step on through the hallway there. They're not in use anymore, but the colony has faithfully recreated them as a historical exhibit, true to the original purpose of the Titan Astrobase. Sadly, they're undergoing some light renovation. Otherwise, there'd be interactive activities for kids to learn about how they used to search for microbial life here.
Don't stay outside for too long here on Titan. You'll freeze solid without the proper protection.
Pardon the dust, but I can still answer some questions about the old Titan Astrobase biolabs. You got it. On to our next stop. Next, we'll be heading outside, so make sure to check those seals on your suit because it's a bit chilly out there. We're going out into the frozen wastes of Titan to see what powers this planet. Watch your step outside, by the way. The ice can be slippery if you're not careful. The goal is to keep people out of Dr. Lakota's infirmary.
The people here live a simple life. Try not to complicate it.
Enjoy your visit here.
Careful, there are some dangerous
where were
areas
we?
around here.
Yes. Powering to Homestead. As you might imagine, generating energy was a real challenge back in the day because the technology was much more crude then. But crude or not, it was that technology that sustained the old Astro base. And it might surprise you to learn that the same technology is still working today. The interesting thing about this old colony is that it's mostly powered by clean, renewable energy. You'll see one of the methods used on the horizon up ahead. That's right, New Homestead's famous wind farm. This spot was chosen for the colony in part because of its constant winds. These turbines have been integral to the colony's function since its establishment as a cheap, mostly reliable source of electricity. So, let's talk about wind power, shall we? You're the boss. Let's go! Moving right along, we're going to learn about Titan's great natural resources. Titan is rich with hydrocarbons like methane and ethane. Surely you saw huge pools of this stuff on your descent into New Homestead. I like to think they add to the natural beauty of this world. Though, of course, stay away from them because, what? Anything beautiful makes it dangerous. Just like my last ex-wife's pet. Jim is gorgeous. Oh, I don't know what you'd call it. Creature. The guy that sold it to her couldn't tell her what it was or where it was from. I don't think it was even a legal sell, to be honest. The thing was very easy on the eyes. Feathers, all the colors of the rainbow. Nasty bite, though. Wound up in the hospital and almost lost my hand. Still not enough for her to get rid of the dang thing. Anyway, there's a reason she's my ex-wife. But enough about me. We were talking about methane and other resources, right? Hey, can you believe it? Back in the 20th century on Earth, they used to fight wars over natural resources like this and petroleum. They had this whole moon here basically made of hydrocarbons in their own backyard. They just couldn't get to it. Incredible how far we've come. New Homestead is home to one of the oldest and largest methane processing plants in the settled system. Every year, UC engineers go through a painstaking, month-long maintenance process. That's how this place has remained operational as long as it has. I'm not going to take you too close to the machinery, liability and all, but I can still answer questions.
closer to Earth. Hi there. Always nice. I could really go for some of Anya's cooking over at the Brown Horse.
Sure would be. I don't mind the tourists. Help the local economy. Well, we used to get more tourists than we do these days.
Questions? Fire away! Okie dokie, artichokey. There will be time for more later anyway. So, this next stop is a bit of an interesting one. I only recently dated part of the tour. Fun fact, it's also the only natural landmark on the tour. What we're about to see is a glacial spire we affectionately call Ymir's Horn. This colus used to be named after a character in a popular fantasy novel, but it was changed a couple hundred years ago to avoid any potential litigation. Now, what's a colus, you might say? Colus derives from the Latin word for hill, and scientists only gave names to groups of hills on a planet's surface. So in reality, the term you hear more often is the plural, coles, with an E. You probably don't hear it very often where you're from, because it was usually a term reserved for unexplored planets, back when they didn't have the technology to describe what they were seeing firsthand. Because of that, the term is much more common in the Sol system, but you may still hear it occasionally in reference to uncharted worlds. This planet's full of them, though, and they like to preserve that history here. So here it is, Ymir's Horn. You're free to take a closer look if you like. Excellent. On to the next stop then. So, we're gonna head back inside through the methane processing plant. Try not to touch anything on your way. We want to make sure to respect Dr. Lakota's wishes to be safer around here. That brings me to another point. You'll notice the people around here have last names related to where their families originated from on Earth, as a way to remember the past. The museum curator, Maurice Leon, has more information about that if you're interested. You can find him inside the main concourse. Loves talking about it. You'll find most of the locals here are very friendly to tourists like yourself. Tourism is a major draw to this colony these days, and I respect that. Most of them are happy to talk at length about what they do here. Their rugged lifestyle is a point of pride for a lot of these folks.
Lots of history here, if you're into that.
This area we're walking through is the nerve center of the plant, where technicians keep an eye on the operation. Since methane production is such an important part of the colony's livelihood, it's important that the techs notice any issues and react to them quickly. Anyway, we're headed into the ice mines. It's a natural spring where water bubbles up from deep below, but due to the cold, it keeps freezing as it reaches the surface. Can I tell you about the ice mines? Sounds good. Let's keep going then. We have just one more stop before we're done with the tour, and it just happens to be my favorite. This colony is home to the longest-running establishment still in existence, the Brown Horse Tavern. The Brown Horse started as a simple mess hall for the scientists and workers when the underground was built, but it's been operated by the same family ever since. Now, what's a horse, you might say? They were a large four-legged animal on Earth, often used for transportation or manual labor. Long before space travel was even a dream for the folks of Earth, even before antique machines like automobiles were possible, horses could be found everywhere. You might have seen them in old movies or read about them somewhere. If not, I highly recommend looking into them sometime. They're beautiful animals. The tavern's original owner was infatuated with them, from what I understand, and named the place in their honor. The moniker, Brown Horse Tavern, is also a throwback to names of similar Earth restaurants hundreds of years before it was established. That delicious smell is making me hungry. Can I answer anything about the Brown Horse? Okay then. All right, we're headed to the last stop, right back where we began. Feel free to check out the museum exhibit in the main concourse here. These displays are full of rare Earth trinkets salvaged from before humanity left, and Maurice is happy to talk about the collection. The museum's curator, Maurice, will be happy to talk to you if you want to know more. Well, that's that. I hope you enjoyed Starsap Tours as much as I enjoy giving them. Oh, wow. I really appreciate it. You know, I rely on tips from good people like you, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Enjoy the rest of your stay in New Homestead.
Wow, very generous. As long as you're throwing around money, maybe you wouldn't mind tossing some my way.
Take care! Come to New Homestead for the history, stay for the quaint charm. Definitely avoid spending any more than that. Why would I want... Well, let me tell you, if you've ever wanted... I come from... They wanted a name. Used to be Brand... I come from... They wanted a name. Used to be Bramble... Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Welcome to New Homestead.
I love this moon and its people. Oh, hello there. Are you here about the brownouts? That's usually the only reason people come up here to talk to me, since I'm the power system manager here. Of course you did. That's okay. It's a problem here. Citizens and visitors alike have a right to know what's going on and when to expect a fix. Problem is, I don't know how long we'll have to deal with this, because I'm needed here to oversee the whole system, and we don't currently have anyone available to go out and solve the issue at the moment. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I'm a little new to the job, and I'll admit I'm struggling a little bit. I could use some help. Oh, excellent. Then you must know how this old power system machinery can get crusted over with ice from time to time. That's what's causing these brownouts. Think you can take a laser cutter and break up the ice for us? Oh, thank you. I guess I'm lucky you showed up then. Just be careful not to hurt yourself or the equipment. I'll continue to monitor things from here. Careful not to damage the equipment with the cutter while you're working. We don't need any more problems. How's it going out there with the ice? Great. I just saw the readings and everything looks good. Thanks again for your help. Again for clearing away the... Did you see those Titan's strong wind? Well, I came here as a child. I know it... The challenge is actually... No, the people here were... And that was fine. Bye.
Get away from me!
Oh, these things.
You need medical assistance? See, sometimes silly ideas are worth the effort. Thanks for indulging me with my weird ideas. Tell you what, if you want to come back later and do this for me a couple more times, I'll even let you keep the costume. If you take one of those stupid tours, make sure to follow the rules. They're for your own safety. Be well. You wouldn't believe how many off-worlders think. Try to be careful out there.
It's always so cold.
Off-worlders always ask how I can live here. I wonder how they can live anywhere else.
You get used to the methane processing smell. Sleep? I think it's time to put on the monster costume again. What do you say? I saw another group of tourists making their way outdoors, ripe for scaring. Want to help me out again? Okay, why not? We don't want to let these monster sightings go too few and far between. We're bound to see results soon. Are you ready to put on the monster costume and go scare them right now? I think it might be worth trying. Good luck out there.
What are you supposed to be?
It's a little weird that people come here to see what early colony life was like. To me, it's just how we live.
You all can travel the stars.
There's something I need to talk to you about.
Hope you're not looking to cause any trouble in that car.
Hello there. The museum here.
Don't be afraid. Look, I know what I'm asking you to do. Okay. I'm just happy I was able to find someone willing to help with this ridiculous idea. Come back in a few days to do this for me again, and that costume is yours. All right?
Thanks for taking time to chat. I really need a friendly ear right about now. I received a message from Constellation, and it's given me a lot to think about. No, it's nothing like that. It's just a list of requests. Things I would normally handle if I was there. But I'm not. I'm out here instead with you. Something like that. It's difficult to explain. Before I joined Constellation, I served for 8 years as the head of the Navigator Corps, until the UC decided to axe the department. Yeah, sure. Some more than others. You see, the top brass demanded press-worthy discoveries to justify the spending, and money was tight after the war. Shutdown was inevitable. At the end of the day, I was in charge, so the blame obviously fell on my shoulders. Oh, like hell I can't. You once told me that you found the journey boring, so I don't expect you to fully understand what I'm saying. I failed, because I was more concerned about exploring the stars than pushing a pencil. If I had fought harder, I'm convinced our division may have had a chance to prove its value. That's just it, though. This was as far from the military as you could get. Ships built for exploration, not war. And I still screwed it all up. No, damn it. For once, I'm going to say what's on my mind instead of pretending that everything's okay. Call it whatever you want. My drive, my initiative, my optimism. It's been my greatest strength and my worst nightmare. Authority, but all I want to do is explore, not sit and make sure all the accounts are balanced. Oh, you have no idea how tempting that sounds. But then dumping everything I've worked so hard to achieve, it's like I've wasted another decade of my life. I can't do that. So frustrating. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Oh, here you are trying to help me and I'm yelling at you. You have to understand. Once Aja retired, I lost the only person that gave a damn. Look, it's clear that you have feelings for me. It's just... I've never had time for this sort of thing in my life. Please, it's not you. It's me. I'm just not ready to get that close. I can't. Not now. But thank you for being there and listening. It helped. It really did. Yeah, what is it? Okay. Hey there. Time to get moving.
if you take one of those stupid tours, make sure to follow the rules. They're for your own safety. And my sanity. Whatever you did last time with the monster costume worked out well, but there's still some more tourists. Care to give it another try? Sure. I heard some tourists talking about you after the last time you did it, so I think it's working. Are you ready to put on the monster costume and go scare them right now? Why not? Just be careful out there. I don't want to see you wind up in my clinic.
I can't wait to go away on my learning vacation when I grow up.
Tourists talking about you in that costume. They're not sure what you're doing, but...
Running this farm with my family.
New Homestead is a living history.
Vandalism seriously.
Hello.
What can I do for you? Well, I'll bet they won't be coming back anytime soon. Thank you. With any luck, I'll be able to give more attention to my regular patients now. Oh, I managed to find another costume for you to keep. I'll hold on to the old one in case we still need it. Come back anytime. You wouldn't believe how many off-worlders think hiking the surface of Titan is all fun and games. But a lot of thrill seekers end up try to be careful out there.
Ah! I just have so much energy. I want to run around.
stay outside for too long here on Titan.
Should I warm up the engines?
What can I do you for, Captain?
I heard you're fluent in over 24 verbal and body language. Remarkable.
Hey, Captain, what's going on?
Struts retract.
It's so cool.
Stable orbit achieved. You can stay here forever.
Hey, Dad, want to hear a poem I wrote? It's called a haiku. I just read about gunpowder.
A haiku? That sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's called Space. Space is... fly there like comets, carrying us home.
Not bad. Hey, will you write it down so I can carry a copy with me?
I'll copy down too. You know how you lose things. I still don't know how you lost that picture of Nibbles the comet-eating bunny.